Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial on yet another opportunity to come and work with the EU institutions. We have published a competition to select graduates in any field, so this is a major opportunity for most of you to come and join us as an EU official. There are 6 steps to take to become a successful candidate, and I will walk you through these 6 steps in the next few minutes. The competition has a grade AD5. This means you need at least 3 years of university studies completed with a degree, and this degree can be in any field of studies. You must have your diploma awarded no later than the 30th of September, which basically means that students in their final year, as long as they will have their diploma in their hands by the end of September, can also already apply. And we are looking to select 1,490 successful candidates, so quite a high number. There are, of course, language criteria. You need to choose 2 test languages, and you have the choice among the 24 official languages for this choice of 2. One of those languages should be at level C1, and one of them should be at level B2. Now, these are just indicative levels. You do not have to prove your language skills by any certificate or degree. Taking the tests and being successful in them gives us enough proof that you master the language at the required level. The selection procedure is a standard procedure. There is always an application period, which is currently ongoing until the 10th of March. Then there is a testing phase, of course. You will sit a series of tests, and you will take these tests remotely. So you do not have to travel to a test center, not in Brussels or Luxembourg, not also in the capital of your country. You just take all tests from your home computer, basically. After the testing, we start scoring, and when the results are ready, we share them with you, and the best ranked people are the ones who form the pool of recruitable people that then will be possibly offered jobs in the different EU institutions. So how to go about with the application? Of course, you have to create an account with us, and then you can apply through our website. You can apply in any of the 24 languages, and you should submit your application by the 10th of March, midday Brussels times. Then later you will be invited to upload your supporting documents, basically your degree, by the 7th of October later this year. Once you have applied, you will be invited to this series of tests, and the first test to take is a reasoning skills test. We test your verbal, numerical, and abstract reasoning skills in the first language of your choice, right? You see the number of questions and the duration mentioned on the screen here, and the required pass score to still be in the running for a place on the list of successful candidates. You note that there is a separate pass score for the verbal reasoning. You need to score at least 10 out of 20. And there is a combined pass score for the numerical and abstract reasoning test. You should practice this, and we provide sample tests on our website. Go have a look there, and you will get familiar with the level of difficulty of these questions. Also note that you have to solve these questions under time pressure. So the more you practice this, the better you will get at this. The second test is an EU knowledge test. So there we want to assess your knowledge on the EU environment, the institutions, the procedures, the EU policies. And this is again a multiple choice question test, this time in your second language. The pass score is 15 out of 30 minimum. And we will make a link available a couple of months prior to the testing date, which is basically study material for you, because the questions we use for this test are drawn from the document that you will find behind this link. So use it and study it to prepare for this test. We will also test your digital skills. As you can see, we're testing your knowledge about information and data literacy, communication and digital collaboration, content creation, and so forth. Again, a multiple choice test in your second language. Pass score is this time 20 out of 40. The last test to be taken will be a written assignment. This is a written test, so not a multiple choice test. We assess your written communication skills through this test. And 2 weeks prior to this testing date, you will receive documentation to prepare you for the topic of this test. It will be an EU-related topic. and you will have to write an essay, an open text essay on this given topic on the day of testing. The pass score is 5 out of 10 minimum. Once you've taken all these tests, we start scoring, of course. And the scoring works in two phases. Our first scoring phase is a preliminary scoring, where, as you can see here, we take into account your points on the verbal reasoning skills test, the EU knowledge test, and the digital skills test. And you see there's a weight involved, 40% for verbal reasoning and 30% for EU knowledge and digital skills. The numerical and abstract reasoning test does not count in the scoring. However, you must reach the minimum score of 10 out of 20, but your score is not taken on board in the overall scoring in this first phase. When we have scored all the people, we will keep 1.5 times the number of successful candidates that we are looking for, in total 2,235. And of this group, we will do the check of the written test. We will start scoring and looking at the written test, after which we can do the final scoring. We then take into account the result of this written test, we add it to the rest, and we review the weighting of these 4 tests, being again the verbal reasoning test, the EU knowledge test, the digital skills test, and then the written test. And you see the weight in the last column, 35%, 25, 25, and 15, adding up to 100%. And this gives us a list of 1,490 best ranked candidates. And these people will form the pool of all recruitable successful candidates of this competition. Once you're in this pool, you are recruitable, and whenever there are vacancies in the EU institutions, you may apply, or you may be even contacted by these institutions for possible job opportunities. So as I said, this is a major opportunity for you to join us. Follow us, read the notice of competition first of all very carefully. This is the legal document holding all the information in detail, which we've published on this website. And prepare well. This is key to success. Keep following us also on social media. And for now, I'm wishing you the best of luck for this competition and hope to see you again in future opportunities. Bye-bye.